You're listening to Armed Radio Global, playing 70s, 80s, 90s hits and the ones you miss. And you can find us in all the usual places. Armed Radio Global.
Armed Radio Global presents
Night Talk with Joe ROXX, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Join the talk now on Ustream TV, replays on Spreaker, exclusively on Armed Radio Global.
You're about to listen to Night Talk, so buckle up. Your host tonight, Joe ROXX, out on Spreaker every Thursday, 1 a.m. Eastern.
You're listening to Armed Radio, and I'd like to introduce, and he's so embarrassed.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Doc. Wait a minute, start again. Hold on, Doc.
Like a FM show on, like that Howard Stern was like after me.
So, that's where Howard's
I don't know.
All right, go ahead. You ready? All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay. Hey, you're listening to Armed Radio,
no,
and I love
the introduction of the show.
Well, we used to say you're listening to K.
Okay.
KLSX FM.
Okay.
Pitch the station and then pitch the
all
guy.
right.
I'm gonna pitch you because you're the whole thing.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'd love to introduce with you tonight on Night Talk Radio, Mr. Joe ROXX. And Joe, he's a rock star. Coach, take it away.
Okay, Coach. Here's Joe. Hey, welcome everybody.
Oh, I could have done that. Hey, Coach, you should have told me that darn secret.
Right. Welcome everybody to Night Talk.
Having a grand old time.
Yeah, this is Armed Radio out of Boston. And tonight I have two special guests on. They both have new shows coming in. First one is Dr.
What's up,
Doc? You mixed me all up here. All right, it's Dr. MARYEL McKINLEY. Yep. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. And most people have a hard time with that name.
Okay, and she's actually a sex therapist, and she'll be talking and you're an addiction therapist, is that right? Something like that?
Well, yeah, I specialize in addictions. I also, sex addiction is part of that. Relationship issues. Sometimes, like when I had my FM show, people would call up about relationships, but then when you got them one-on-one, it was always a sex addiction. So I am professional. I keep anonymity. However, we cover every subject: codependency, post-traumatic stress disorder. With me and with this new show, I want you to feel like you really are on my couch with anonymity and confidentiality. You can change your name, and I will be bringing on major public figures. We got some exciting people. In February, we've got Grammy-nominated band, Big Time. The front person is a major TV star, their 8th album, and they're performing at the Grammys. The co-founder, and I'm not going to say the band yet because they'll win. The co-founder of that metal band, did say, yes, Doc, I'll do the show in February. So we've got that. I got a lot of musicians, a lot of public figures that will go deep, and they will talk about their own addiction, their being put in prison and being whatever it is, and then how they came back, how they got back their career. And then we'll play a little song, do a clip, and I love to take calls. And that's how it is, and a little humor and some seriousness, really.
So you'll be able to, and Dr. MARYEL's show is begins next Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern, and so.
And that's 7 o'clock. Pacific Standard
7 o'clock Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, and you'll be able to call her toll free and ask her questions if you want, if she wants to do that, and
just listen.
Or just listen. I know there's a lot of people that have questions.
Addicts out there.
Addicts, yeah. You're one of them, right?
And they don't even have to be addicts. Really, it's just anybody in life. Okay, anybody in life, and I understand that a large part of our audience is in the military. And it's lonely out there. They can't talk about certain things.
Right.
They can anonymously call and use a different name. I will give them advice like nobody's business. If you think of Dr. Drew with Loveline and put an adult non-FCC title, and I'm not trying to make myself like I'm him.
No, put a
I
twist
know
to it.
him, it's amazing, but this is not an addiction show or a sex show. It is about empowering yourself, coming up, and that anybody can do it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can do it. And we have living proof of that with our celebrities. And we bring the celebrities on because people like to hear that. But they realize they're real people, and we don't, with the music, I might have a speed metal band on, and then I might have somebody that does all peace songs, nice healing music once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
However, we all bleed red. In this world, we really do want to all be our best selves, because if we're not, then there's a lot of trouble. And we want our military to be able to just kick back and watch,
Right.
and not to be able to talk things out. I don't get political, though, or talk religion. However, if they want to, they can. I'm trained in all of it.
Beautiful.
So it's like, feel free to say anything, because I've heard just about everything, and I may have done it.
Beautiful.
I do some appropriate self-disclosure.
I'd be
And I have a
interested.
couple of surprises for you guys.
That's good.
Special segment.
I'm sure the way you're talking.
Yes,
I'm sure.
yeah.
But I'm sure I'd be interested, and I'm sure you will too, because we talked about it on the show before, on her take on this sexual harassment thing with all the celebrities.
Yeah, I want to talk to
stuff,
Irina for a minute. I want to get Irina in, because Irina's show, Behind the Rope, will be premiering on the 31st of September. Is that right, Irina?
No, not September.
I mean,
31st
I'm
of
sorry.
January.
I'm sorry.
January.
The doc got me all screwed up here. I'm just like.
I screw you up, so you have to come back to me, and I fix it and make it better.
Me up. I just
That's
thought.
free. We're on free radio.
As you saw, the doc woke me up.
Yeah, I mean.
I was asleep, so the doc woke me up.
Irina.
And I'm sick with the flu.
Yeah, no, you look great, Doc. I mean, seriously. Irina, can you tell us a little bit about your show and things like that, what we're going to have on it and so on, that type of thing?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm very excited to introduce some interesting people in the industry as well, actors, models, musicians, a lot of friends and people I come across with in my career and everyday life. So I think it will be interesting to get to know them as people and as professionals. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys behind the scenes, details. Also, if somebody is interested to start career in those areas, some tips and recommendations from people who are already made it or still just trying to start their careers and what they learned. So we'll be sharing all that. And of course, about interesting events going on in Atlanta, New York, or LA, what you guys should check out and, maybe see for yourself if you're able to. If not, we will take you behind the velvet ropes and show you everything from inside out, what's going on in the business and all the fun stuff. So that's what the show is about.
We might run into each other.
Absolutely.
One of the surprises. And, there is enough for everybody. It's not about competition. It's about there's power in numbers, like the four of us. And I might run into you because I'm going to also have an outside person that goes to these events, and I give them a little segment, and I might be there too. I mean, we have so many events. So I would like people to see that too, but I'm not going to take away from your show. I almost was going to call my show Behind the Closed Door of the Doctor. I seriously, man.
I was going to change. I was going to change the name to show.
Consciousness. Truly, it is. Ask Janet Zipper.
Shut the doors.
No, Janet.
amazing.
Yeah,
Hers
Janet.
is before mine on Mondays. I love her. Yeah, she'll tell you about the collective consciousness.
Yeah, no, she
It is real.
Janet Zipper has a show, and hers is on
Right.
9 o'clock Mondays, every Monday.
Yes.
Janet,
Yeah.
that's Janet Zipper, and she's more like deep, right, Doc?
She's the opposite of me. And we're like a yin yang.
Mhm.
And she is just amazing. We had a show called The Coach and the Counselor.
Right.
It's still getting attention, and we took a break. So I told her, just fly, do your thing. Her book came out. I'm so proud of her. And you know what? I'm coming on after her. We just might have a little surprise too down the line. Who knows?
Right.
You know,
So-
we want to empower everybody.
Yeah.
Janet's an awesome. She saved my life.
Yeah.
She is a great life coach
She
for
is.
somebody that has my types of issues.
She's
Those are the
fantastic.
people I have
So
on
wait a
my
minute
show.
now. So
I've been there too.
yeah, and so I want to talk a little bit. You know, Irina is she's a high fashion model, right? Irina, am I right with that? Are you?
I am a curvy model, so high fashion models, they're very, very skinny usually, but right now it's a lot of modeling, opening up for girls who are a little bit bigger than the standards, size 0 through 4.
Right.
So now they're trying to be closer to real life standards, and there's a big segment of lifestyle modeling and also plus size modeling or curve modeling, as they call it. So I'm able to eat all my sweet desserts and still model. So that's
that's
of
good.
both worlds.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I had 2 honey dip donuts this morning. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay in shape, but I'm not on such a strict restrictions as a high fashion models who have to be, tight,
You're not gonna
size
kill yourself.
zero, size 2.
You're not going to kill yourself.
Now, so I mean, you've been
No.
Russian though. I mean, what is your favorite drink? I mean, what do you drink? I mean,
I love wine. I know it's not very typical for Russian. I'm not really good with vodka. I tried vodka and we are not friends. Stalisna, yes. We are not friends.
Who is that?
But I do love wine. So.
Is that the dog?
But I mean, so well, you've been.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Wait a minute,
I'm giving the wrong person a hard time. I'm supposed to give the coach a hard time.
Yeah. Hold on. Talk 1 second. And so no,
I
listen.
can't give the coach a hard time.
So you've been here for 17, 18 years, right, Irina?
Right. Yes.
And so and you still have a little bit of an accent, I would say, even though you're from I mean, in all fairness, right? She's, now do you have an accent because that you're around a lot of, I mean, is there a big population of Russians in your area that you can always talk the same, or do you, I mean, is that?
Well, there are plenty of Russians in Atlanta. I would say at least 10,000. It was 10,000 when I came here. I'm pretty sure it's much, much more than nowadays. But even if I'm working on sets, I run into a lot of Russian people. Like today, I worked with 4 Russian actors on one set. So, yes, we talk a lot. But I think it's mostly because I came here when I was adult already. I came in my 20s. So
okay. That makes sense.
If you grew up here, then you can lose accent. So right now it takes me a lot of training to actually be able to go with accent or without accent.
That makes sense.
I want to.
Depends on the role.
You don't have it because you can come around here, right? So you can see what see what. I mean, do you want to? I mean, because I know that you like to see when you're talking on a radio show.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, I mean, right? No, but I mean, this is radio, right? I mean, everybody gets so pumped up about doing this video, but the video that we do here is Doc and Irina is only for an internal thing, right? So so we can see each other,
right?
But typically,
that's brilliant too.
Well, I mostly focus on the radio end. Other people focus on video, but I don't know.
If you want me, go
no, I mean, if you want to come over, I mean,
say hi to the girls.
Say hi to the girls. Come over here and relax and sit down, whatever. I mean, well, the dog is relaxed. She's lying down.
I can't see her. I don't know.
I'm really on my pink couch.
Yeah. Now, Irina. So, and Irina was just in a movie, right? I mean, you do movies and so on, right? Things like that,
right.
and so she was in a movie, and she'll be you'll be seeing her next year. That's basically
It's November 2018 as of right now. Unfortunately, I cannot talk a lot about the movie, but I will be playing somebody from the Soviet era here in the United States. Basically, they're helping out Americans with some programs. So, my Russian was very, very helpful in that particular role. Actually, that's the reason why I got cast for it.
Say something in Russian?
Да, пожалуйста, в любое время.
Oh my gosh! And you have a different alphabet too. I want you to do one thing for me. My friend from my Grammys group, he found the movie I starred in like a million years ago. That it's being downloaded in Russia, Mary McKinley, with my name spelled in Russian, California Girls. And I'm like, that is really cool. I'm a star in Russia. They think I'm that young and have that great body. And, it really, your IMDb name, what do we look you up? Because I want to see you. I want to follow you.
Well, you can see all my links on my page. I will definitely share it.
Well, that's right. We're on a whole network here.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm so relaxed. It's like having a nice conversation with some people, except for the coach.
That coach, all right?
Are you guys together now? Wow.
We're not really together like that.
Yeah,
we're not. We're
friends,
yeah.
but we're friends.
We're
neighbors.
We're
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
We're not together. We're friends.
I like it when he sits next to Joe.
Oh, really?
I know.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. So, I mean, I got two great shows coming in. No, I mean,
they are two great shows.
Two beautiful women. I'm speechless. They're coming in. Right?
We'll be right back after this week's Wine Talk with AIMEE CHIOFALO.
Hi, this is AIMEE CHIOFALO, and I'm coming to you once again from beautiful Napa Valley, California. It is the home of the world's best wines, So as we wrap up 2017 year, I'd like to take a moment and thank all of our listeners and sponsors of Armed Radio for their contribution in making our shows top rated. Wishing you all a safe and happy New Year's celebration. I've listed my top picks of spirits and champagnes for you to enjoy while you are ringing in the new year. They're all listed on the Wine Talk Facebook page, so check them out and tune in every Thursday night for Night Talk at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern on Armed Radio. For Wine Talk with Joe ROXX and I have some trivia for you. So this week's trivia is about port wines. Did you know that it is an old tradition among British upper class to give a newborn child a lifetime supply of port wine from the child's birth year? That equals about 61 cases of wine. So, you store it, and when the child is old enough to drink, the port wine has matured enough and it's ready to be enjoyed. This is also a tradition in Portugal. Pretty cool info. So, I want everyone to have a happy and safe new year, and I raise my glass to you. Cheers! Take care, everybody. Until next week, be safe, be happy, and drink up.
Welcome back, everybody. Now we're talking to IRINA VANWELLS and Dr. MARYEL McKINLEY.
No, this is an excellent platform. Like, seriously.
Yeah, you guys do
I
great.
watched you grow.
You guys do
and
great. Yeah.
I'm really impressed with what you've done. And it is brilliant that for producing reasons, for a connection reason, that you do have us looking at each other. That would have really helped Janet and I's show.
Right.
When she was in New York, I was out here. We couldn't see each other. You are brilliant.
Oh, thanks.
And this platform has gotten huge. I mean, I'm really impressed too about the military.
Yeah, so we're a big. Yeah, we're in the. We are in a lot of the military overseas listens to Armed Radio because it's Armed Radio. We have a lot of. I'm sure they'll be calling you guys and things like that. For questions and so on. But
I'm going to be calling.
Yeah, you can call.
I'm going to call. Yeah. I can call.
So well, I got a question for you, Doc. what do you consider like an addiction? I mean, a sex addiction. Like, you know, let's talk about that for a moment. Oh, actually, let's. No, wait a minute.
Are we talking?
No, hold on.
Sex addiction.
No, I want to ask you a question. I want to ask both of you a question.
Wow.
Well,
Tupa. It's a tupa.
well, you know, the thing of it is like that famous comedian. He went out with a girl, and right? I think his name was Aziz or something like that. He was a comedian. Did you hear about that? You guys?
I didn't hear about that, but I think I know who you mean.
Yeah, he's
funny.
Yeah, he's very funny. He's I think he's from India or something like that.
Yeah.
And he met a girl.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and he apologized the next day, and then this is several years later.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But that one was handled really well, unless some new news came out about it.
Yeah,
I thought that guy was a class act to begin with. He handled it right, and so he didn't get busted.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, though, I mean, you guys, I don't know how a guy and a girl, or whatever, they go out and then they have sex, and then 3 days later the girl says, "Well, he raped me." I mean, how can you defend something like that?
Even worse, how about years later? How about years later?
Well, she said she was uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable during the
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Irina. But you know, So you guys know what I'm talking about. And she was uncomfortable, but she still did it. They had both.
Here's the thing: they were talking all week.
Yep.
They were talking on the phone. They were getting to know each other. Okay, and she went out with him, and they were attracted to each other. They were doing the normal dating process. Okay,
right.
This is a different situation than somebody being in a really powerful position and saying, put your tennis. This was told to me, okay, by an agent. He said, wear your tennis shoes because I'm going to be chasing you around my desk. All right, I'm not going to say his name. I just wore a platform so I wouldn't have to run.
But,
no, I'm just no. But seriously, this guy was the manager of one of the biggest stars on Dynasty, and that's all I will say. And I tried to look him up, but he didn't do anything to me or anything like that. However, when I ran into David Hasselhoff at the Night of 100 Stars in New York City. I was sitting at their table with this huge, famous star of Dynasty, and it wasn't Joan Collins, and her manager, and her new line of perfume had come out. The perfume people were there. It was very classy. Okay, David Hasselhoff comes up to me and says, "Mary, what the hell are you doing sitting with him?" And I wasn't with him. So apparently he had like a reputation. I knew how to set boundaries back then.
Mm-hmm.
Later in life, I didn't, and we will talk about that in about 6 months on my show.
Beautiful.
No, but
I mean, it makes like coaches in the dating world right now, and he doesn't really know how to right. I mean, are you dating?
No, I'm working on it.
But you do do you have lady friends of some sort?
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on it.
So I don't know what.
That's why you want me to give him a hard time so that he'll get used to the dating.
Yeah, he's kind of like nervous.
I like the coach. He's really nice. I do, but
everybody
I
does.
pretend like I'm giving him a hard time.
No, everybody.
Oh gosh, that could be a Freudian slip. What I just said, please. I'm a classy lady. I didn't even mean that. Oh,
yeah, everybody.
You didn't get the joke. Good, you have a clean mind. I really apologize for that joke. The ladies. I just realized what I was saying. You set me up for that. You said,
no, I didn't. No, I didn't set you up. I didn't set you up.
He's a nice man. He's nice looking, and he has a beautiful smile.
Yeah.
So.
See? Wow, that's great. That's.
But you're in Boston.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, he has a lot of frequent flyer miles, Doc. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, from the
I won't say my age on the air, but afterwards I'd like to find out if he's
a lawyer. I got plenty of freaking flyer miles. I paid my lawyer. My judge. I got plenty of freaking flyer miles.
Speaking about that, Doc, where are you? Are you out? Are you in California?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, California. I am a California girl, born and bred. I'm a Valley girl.
Oh,
I really am.
No kidding.
And when I was 17, speaking about IRINA's subject matter, about being a model, when I was 17, I went into the Ice Capade show to be a professional ice skater, okay? And we had to have a set weight, okay? They would give us a set weight. If you gained 2 pounds or 1 pound above your set weight, every week, you'd get 2 demerits. If you did not lose 2 pounds by the next week, you got 2 more demerits. 3 times in a row, your contract is void. Another woman is taking your place. And that's called body dysmorphia, when somebody looks at themselves and thinks they're too fat or too thin. And you know what? I'm so glad. You're gorgeous, and you are a model, and I can see that you're a model and an actress. I would have never put you in any classification except for she is a beautiful woman. She photographs great, and got a model before. I don't think of curvy model, mature model, and that's what's happening in today's world. But this Me Too thing, sometimes it scares me. I think, what if somebody's lying to try to get famous, and that ruins that man's life?
Right.
I wish they would have evidence. I hope.
Right.
But I've been raped too, so, and I'm not prosecuting no one. I'm not yet. No, I'm not taking advantage of this whole thing. It was never in the entertainment business.
No.
I was underage. High school.
Okay.
Well, and that's when I was Mary McKinley. If it was any of you guys that did it, I forgive you. Next subject. No, IRINA, you really are. Oh, and addictions.
Yes.
We also deal with, there are programs, okay, called Overeaters Anonymous, that anorexics, bulimics, and people with overweight problems go to a 12-step program. And male anorexics. Okay, it works. It really, that 12-step program works. They got 240 of them out here in LA. So really, any issue that you have, you put the 12 steps. You join up with Janet Zipper's Positive Thinking. You come see me, and you get on the air with you guys, and you're cured. No, really, no, seriously. Oh gosh, I'm not supposed to promote. We have 12 traditions. We're not supposed to promote at the level of press, radio, and film. An attraction, not a promotion. Well, they can't see me, so they don't know if I'm attractive. I didn't say the name of the 12-step program. So
no, I mean, yeah, eventually we're going to.
I'm joking, because everybody that's in one knows I didn't say break the rule. If I were to say AA or, oh gosh, I said Overeaters, but I'm not a member of Overeaters Anonymous. I didn't break the rule, everybody. You got some 12-step people that are really like going to go, Dr. MARYEL broke the rule. Oh, gosh, I broke the rule 15 years ago when I first became a guest on radio and didn't realize about the rule.
So, Doc,
what rule?
No, you was in the Ice Capades. Was you in the Ice Capades?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in the Ice Capades show, yeah.
Wow.
And I was in America on Ice. I starred in that in Chicago. In Puerto Rico, I was in Paradise on Ice. I got to live in Isla Verde. I made way more money there. We did, what's really interesting, this is a trip, okay? When I was 15, I did my first album as a classical violinist for, I can't tell you the year. Well, it was the bicentennial tour of our country. We played all American musicians, and I got to go out of school, and the point of this whole thing is, I played some songs like Gershwin's Hoedown and the Disney Fantasia Firebird Suite. 2-3 years later, I am skating professionally to some of those songs. It was amazing. And then my favorite violinist was Robbie Steinhardt from Kansas. Remember Dust in the Wind and the band Kansas?
Yes.
Carry on my wayward son. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, when I was in Puerto Rico, I heard in Spanish on the radio, La Música de la Kansas, right? That means the music of Kansas is in Puerto Rico. I told those girls in the show, I said, I am going to meet them while they're here, and I am. And that's where Janet and I talk about manifesting things and thinking positively. Guess what? I ended up running into Robbie Steinhardt 3 days later, invited him, his wife, the entire crew, and the grips to our show. And then we got the backstage passes to theirs. I didn't ask them for anything. Those girls were so darn impressed, they couldn't believe that these people came. Wow. And that's the power of positive thinking. That is.
Wow. Wow.
You have a lot of stories to tell.
Oh gosh, man! I'll bore you if I
It's going to be a long running show.
My book's going to be an encyclopedia. I'll be dead by the time I'm only a third through it. So, no, I want to tell other people's stories, but I get to be a guest right now, so I get to talk.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I wanted because you and Irina, no, I don't want that. You and Irina are, you know, new shows. I wanted you to come on, you know, and speak a little bit about yourselves and things, and talk about, you know, your shows and stuff like that. I think that I'm really looking forward to it. We also have another new show coming in on Mondays at 8:00, and I'll be more on that on next week. And so yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening here. We also have we have another show, by the way. It's from the West Coast, and you must know him, Doc. His name is Joshua Berglund. Do you know him?
Oh gosh, I know that name. I have ADHD with my PhD. Right. Seriously, I have adult attention deficit disorder. Mm-hmm. So it does help to look at you. Mm-hmm. But no, I've heard that name. I've seen that name. Yeah. If I saw a picture of him, I'd know if I met him or not.
Oh, okay.
Seriously.
Yep.
Facial recognition problems.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to see. Oh, I won't be able to see him unless you can sign me in early. Now,
Irina, yeah. So that's another thing. So Irina, are you going to do the Facebook Live at the same time, or?
Yes, that's the plan. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Now, what about you, Doc?
You know what? Right now I'm like in a crunch. I have I'm going to be in an international magazine, mm-hmm. and it's taken me 6 months to do that darn question and answer. And I was published for 20 years with a deadline every month for 20 years. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it's taken me 6 months to write a question and answer because I can't talk about myself in writing. I can't. So I am on, I have to make my bio like from 13 pages down to 440 words. And so, seriously, so I might not film this Monday. However,
no, I mean you don't have
a high definition cameraman that does a lot of stuff with me. Do you guys have a YouTube channel? Because I have a lot of high def stuff.
So
that I have not put out yet.
We are transitioning, you know, over to TV podcast, Pod TV, in the spring. And so that's why I want everybody to try to gear up for that. I mean,
definitely.
You don't have to. It's not necessary because we are radio, but just.
I'd love that.
You know, we do have
People love watching as well. People love watching if they can. You know, they like to listen.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
A lot of people are visual.
That's true.
Very soothing to hear people's voices, and that's why I love your military loyal listeners. I really love that demographic. I'm so honored and so impressed that and Irina, I mean, Coach, you know, now I'm known for the Coach and the Counselor show, so they might send you something thinking you're Janet Zipper. So don't get offended. You can have a free session with me if that happens.
All right.
Seriously, we have a big
who gets hurt there?
Yeah, nobody gets hurt.
Who gets hurt? Nobody.
It's an honor
nobody
to be
gets
able
hurt
to
there.
do something for our military. You know, as well as entertaining the entire world and the iHeartRadio connection and all that. That's really cool. And you're on FM, I think, in Boston.
So we'll be, you guys will also be on iHeart. So you can also catch Irina and
some producers from iHeart. I love iHeart.
Dr. MARYEL on iHeartRadio.
There could not be a better platform, seriously, for me at this time in my career. Mm-hmm. Seriously. And I am so honored that, you know, I am. I was shocked when people were saying congratulations. I thought, what? I'm a guest on a show? No, you got your own show. I thought, oh wow, you know. Oh, I might have still been getting the flu then.
No, we have a lot of shows here and a lot of good shows. They're all different though. You know, I mean, they're all unique in their own way.
I know, huh?
Yeah, they're all they're all different.
Yeah.
You have great shows and a great something for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really am impressed with you as a station owner, as a producer, and as a host. And I am. I've been watching you.
Well, I appreciate it.
And I'm just really grateful that this opportunity came, and then I'll get to talk about you because I have to edit stuff down, and then your name and a link for all of this will be in a worldwide magazine, an international magazine. So it's all popping at the right time.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
it's awesome. So. Yeah. At my age that this is happening, you know, I had my #1 radio show on 97.1 KLSX FM at Los Angeles. It was CBS. Howard Stern had just left for Sirius Radio, satellite. Adam Carolla had taken his place. Here I am. Okay, I was a guest on different shows. I was the media liaison for the Grammys Foundation, Music Cares. We did we raised money for them. Okay.
Yep.
Eric Clapton and a couple of his buddies had started a picnic and they jam every year to celebrate their sobriety. And everybody knows Eric is already not anonymous. He has a beautiful rehab in Aruba. But anyway, I won't say his buddies' names. But it turned into a huge concert that benefited many people. We raised millions of dollars for the Grammys Music Cares Foundation. And then what happened was that was a volunteer thing. I was going on all the different radio shows, telling people, you know, inviting people that wanted to go. And an actress that was on Analyze This with Robert De Niro, she'd asked me to be the guest, and she had gotten a bigger part or something. So she said, "You're still booked." And they asked me to co-host. And then 2 weeks later, they asked me to co-produce when the co-producer got a producer. We became #1 out of 119 stations in Southern California. We're talking FM radio before internet, Facebook, any of this.
Right.
And it was amazing. Our first 13 weeks, and it was a recovery show, believe it or not.
Wow.
I was so honored to be a part of that. I didn't think it'd get better than that. Right now, it is. And I am grateful, and God's really good. This is really, truly a blessing and a miracle. It is.
Yep. I think you'll enjoy yourself, and Irina also will.
Oh yeah, they'll do great.
You guys will do.
You guys will do great.
We have a massive, massive following, massive following, and I think you guys will do great. Although Irina was on, and I seen her do her show. She's very professional, and she does a fantastic job. I mean, you've seen it too. So
we've seen her.
Yeah, and so actually, our night is full right now. Every night is night is full.
Full plate.
Yeah.
Full plate.
So all our shows, we have no other room. That's it.
Oh my gosh! It's like I was the last person on the train. Wow, that is so awesome. When I do my show,
I'll always be the last person on the train.
No,
I'm not so funny. I do get serious as a doctor. I do listen to my celebrity, huge stars, and I have a different persona, but I do use a little comedy. But no, I have other people that are going to be doing a couple of segments. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to move fast, and hopefully it'll help somebody. But I don't have this persona. This is my guest persona.
Right. Yeah. This is we're
I'm
very
on an AM station, and the target audience is kids.
Right.
You better believe I'm in a business suit, no makeup, with my hair up.
Right. Yeah.
And
No. We're
You look fine, hon.
Yeah. We shoot from
I
hip.
love
Yeah.
this platform. It reminds me of the KLSX. I love this platform. They're a jazz station now, so don't worry. I'm not pitching the other biggest talk radio syndicated across the country. You can listen to their jazz, but as long as it's not Monday night at 10 or Irina's slot or tonight or Jan. Nah, I'm just kidding. Laughter's the best medicine, okay?
Yeah, it is. It is. That's
Well,
right.
I'm
Yeah.
God, yes,
Writing
definitely.
that for every
definitely.
single person that calls.
Yeah.
I will be a much
That takes away so much
different
stress.
person.
Right.
Laughter takes away so much stress and everything.
Yeah. It
I
does.
love laughing. I love laughing.
I do too.
There you
do
go.
too. And sometimes it's obnoxious to people that are depressed. So I really can switch. Boom. I am a professional. I've had a private practice. I was published for years, and I'm not bragging about myself because I don't think of myself that way. My whole goal in life when I was 5 came from radio. KRLA, the Shadow Stevens was the DJ, one of the DJs. He's a lot younger than that, but anyway, KRLA, I was 5 years old. I was listening to David Cassidy and all that.
Oh, boy.
And then they did a commercial. And they wanted us to buy a certain type of toothpaste. I went up to my mom. I said, Mom, I want you to go buy this toothpaste. She said, why? I thought, yeah, why? Because the cool radio station told me to. I had a moment of clarity, and everything just came to me as if from a higher power. And it just came to me. Now, we're talking in the 60s when there was no cable,
Right.
no internet. And I'm sorry, I've had 15 facelifts, and I'm 109. No, I'm not. I just don't want people to know my age. I'm 46 on Facebook. Anyway, no, 47.
I was going to say 36.
No, but anyway, I truly felt like my angels were telling me, or my higher self said, well, the power of the media can actually brainwash a 5-year-old girl to want to buy a toothpaste, and I don't even like brushing my teeth.
Right.
You know, so I thought I can use that same power when I grow up, and I vowed that I would, to use the same mass media, I had said. Seriously, I had a mission statement at 5. And that's why I went into the ice capades. That's why I was in the symphony orchestra. I had a master plan, and here we are fulfilling it. You know, we are.
Yeah,
I've been doing this for years, whether it's journalism or whatever, but I always interview other people and their inspiring stories. So, you know, it's great to be interviewed right now, but, you know, I'm not going to bore the heck out of everybody.
No, I mean, everything was good, and you know, that's our time actually, and
But yeah, it's powerful. The media is powerful. It is.
Yeah, it is. But that's our time, right? Because we just blew through this hour.
Great hour.
Yeah.
Great hour. These two ladies made it.
Yeah, Irina and
you
Doc,
did. I didn't.
Yeah,
these two ladies made the hour.
We basically
Thank you
just
very
sat
much.
here. Thank you for coming in, you guys.
Much,
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Irina's show is the
31st January.
Irene, he'll get it right yet.
I don't have any papers. All right, it's behind the rope, right?
I love that.
It's
name.
Behind the Velvet Rope with Irina on January 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Beautiful.
I love the name of that show.
And then then Doc, what's the name of your show?
I don't know. Like when I was texting you earlier, I said, okay, now, you know, because I was feeling sick. I was, you know, sick to my stomach. And I do have liver disease. So I do get sick sometimes. I'm a professional. I suit up, show up no matter what.
Right.
But I did say something about like, okay, now the doctor's on her couch or something. I'll read what I said, but I wrote an article for Solutions Television Magazine in 1996. It was called On the Couch with MARYEL McKINLEY. I wasn't a doctor yet. And then like 7 years later, like I think it was Dr. Laura Berman, went on syndicated FM radio, and she had a show On the Couch with Dr. Bergman. And now on Facebook, I see this life coach guy doing the ClickFunnels thing, and his is called On the Couch with the Coaches. So I thought that's kind of, they're going to think I'm copying or whatnot, but that is, again, like the Carl Jung, this collective consciousness,
right,
where we're all part of, you know, we can, if we vibrate on a certain level, and we're thinking of something, we do pick up ideas in the fourth dimension. That is a psychiatrist that studied under Freud. This is all, you can find this online. Right. It's real. You know, it's not some BS.
But that being said, though, Doc, what's going to be the name of the show?
Sure, but it will have something to do with being on my couch or being behind my door, or because that came to me.
Being
behind
your door?
Doing the one behind the door. I won't do that. We'll come up with something.
Put it out there to your guests.
No, I don't think behind the door, because people think behind the green door.
You know what I was thinking? Something like maybe something like confidential conversations or something. But see, I'm having celebrities every week, major celebrities, and they're going to go deep, and they joke around with me. You know,
but in all fairness, Doc, I don't think they're going to go balls deep, right? They're just going to go, you know, on the.
Oh, honey, you don't know.
They're going to keep this up clean.
Really? You're going to love it. I'm not. It's not going to be all joking around. You're going to hear some stuff that is going to be truly shocking. That's usually really confidential. Seriously.
Okay. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to that, and you know,
I am too.
Dr. MARYEL McKINLEY. Her show.
MARYEL McKINLEY or Mary McKinley. Maybe we'll change my first name back to Mary, because I am a star in Russia. as seriously as Mary McKinley.
No,
I like MARYEL. That's nice.
MARYEL.
Yeah, MARYEL. Yeah.
I like MARYEL.
And I didn't know that till 10 years later. I just added an EL onto my driver's license,
It's what a common name.
Yeah,
MARYEL.
Yep. So look for IRINA and Dr. MARYEL. And the
Dr.
upcoming
MARYEL McKINLey.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Yeah, upcoming week,
wait.
and I want to say thank you.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Do we have a call-in number that we can? Because my friends wanted to call in, and some of them are public figures.
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna the toll free. We're changing our toll free number so it's a little more convenient for everybody. So there's no buttons to push it. When they call you, it will just go right into you. Yeah, right into you.
Fabulous.
So, but I will talk to you guys about that anyway.
And maybe the coach will get some dates.
Yep. Yeah, maybe. You never know. But anyway.
I'm giving him a hard time.
I'm easy. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, you are. Thank you guys for coming in. And you just heard Dr. MARYEL again and IRINA.
Great show.
Look for their shows and have a great weekend, everybody, and good night.
You too. And happy birthday, Joe.
Oh, thank you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, Joe, happy birthday.
Thank you, Doc. I get
the if you haven't been told you're loved today, I love you.
Oh,
and I'm talking about everybody listening and everybody here. It's corny, but it's real. I love you.
Oh, okay.
It's important.
That's
that
awesome.
saved my life, hearing somebody say that to me every week that I didn't.
Yeah. That's
very good point.
Very good point.
Very good point.
Good night, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Night Talk out of Boston on Armed Radio. Appreciate it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
So that's Let me just shut the.
We're still here, ladies.
Yeah, we're still on, but we're really not on. If you know what I'm talking about.
Well, we're not being taped.
So can I be nice to the coach now?
Yeah.
He's so nice. He's got such a nice smile. I felt bad giving him a hard time, and I could be sarcastic to him. I couldn't do that to you. You look like a really nice guy that, like if I had the energy to get on a plane with liver disease, I'd take you up on those frequent flyer miles,
Well, like I said,
hey, are we really on? If we're off, I can tell you guys a secret.
What?
Are we off?
Oh, no, not yet, Doc. We're still running.
I'm going to try to get some type of a pass for some type of a major show for you, my producer, coach, Janet, and I'll give up my pass to give to the coach if I can get them. You're supposed to get them before September. It's a huge event in New York. That's all I can say.
What I got lost on. What happened?
Passes.
I'm trying to get you guys press passes for a huge worldwide televised event. That's all I can say. If anybody can hear us on the air.
Actually, no, nobody will hear.
And if it's my people listening that work for that company, Harold, I've never asked you for anything. You gotta cut that out, man. Cut that part out.
There's all this ending stuff's going on anyway, Doc.
People will know what the hell I'm talking about, and they're gonna get pissed. I'm just joking around, people from my Music Cares group. Joking.
You can't give me a hard time, hon. I'm too. Can't do it.
You what?
I said you can't give me a hard time. I'm too tough.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm too tough.
You know what? If we're off the air, are you allowed to say your age?
What's that?
Are you allowed to say your age?
Yeah,
well,
I already have 55. Why?
You got to ask Joe. I'm just kidding. I was giving you a hard time.
You got to call
your mom and see if you're allowed to give me your age.
Why not? 55. I have not to be ashamed.
Oh my gosh! I love it.
I have not to be ashamed of.
You could figure out how young I am when I talked about a bicentennial tour.
I caught that. I caught that.
Remember, I'm 109 with 15 face. No, I've never had work done anywhere. If you look at pictures of me in the Ice Capades before I had my son, or if you watch those movies, like I'm like real thin and have nothing up here. I hope to God we're not on the air because I never talk about that.
No, we're not on the air.
This is nice. This is nice.
I had my son. I was more of a full figure person, and I've never had work. I've never had any of that, implants or anything.
Oh, I believe that.
So I'm really glad I didn't have to go through that. They probably would have burst inside of me, and one would. Oh gosh, I hope to God we're not really on the air right now.
We're not
I'll
talking.
do that at night when I've got some male guests that are getting down like that. I will. But right now with just us, this is so inappropriate for me as a guest to say something like that. So please cut it out.
Right. No. So we're going off right now. The video's going off.
On. I hope to God you can cut that.
No, we will take it, but the video's going off, Doc. So it's
a family magazine I'm going to be in.
Yeah, no.
Take care of.
Yeah, the video's going off. So you have a great weekend, Doc, and thanks for coming on. Take care.
I love you guys. I truly do.
Take care, Doc.
We'll see you next week.
Today's my freaking day. Happy birthday, and I hope that this is a birthday gift.
Thank you, Doc.
Somehow.
Appreciate it.
I got freaking file miles. Don't forget.
You know what? You better be serious. Because I will take you up on that. My dad was born in Boston. R.I.P. Really? Yeah. My daddy was born in Boston. I've got a lot of friends in Boston too. Is it cold there?
18.
What?
18. That's a high, right?
They have that what are they calling this thing? They're marketing the darn weather, calling it something else, and it's like that last year too.
Yeah.
What are they saying? It's like a snow bomb or some weird marketing thing.
Yes.
What's it called?
A snow cyclone.
I didn't realize that.
Is that something real, or am I just like having a sometimers disease and sound like an idiot for a doctor?
No.
No, I didn't know what that was. Joe told me what it was.
Yeah. Doc, the video's going down.
That's hardcore.
Doc,
I respect you. You are tough.
Thanks. Doc, the video's going down. Have a great weekend, Doc. Have a great weekend.
Okay, you too. I'd love to be able to talk with you about some business things and stuff if we're off the air. Like after I start, I have I'm a professional and I want to offer you some ideas and stuff that might. I'm not telling you how to do your job.
Right.
I just want to be able to thank you.
I appreciate it, Doc. Doc, you have a great weekend.
What you did was so sweet. I mean, that was amazing. Like to have this platform, like give me a show, and I'm like, wow, that is so cool.
Yeah, I think you'll have a good time. Right?
You'll have a great time.
You'll like all the people here.
But gosh, I could have looked like. Well, you don't have to see me.
You look great.
You look great.
I could have been like. I was throwing up earlier, but I can.
You look great. I'm gonna take my flyer miles and we'll talk.
All right. The video's going.
Nice and warm.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I will be going to New York to the Grammys.
Yeah. We'll go to Boston.
Okay. The video's going down. Have a great weekend, Doc. Talk to you later. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night, honey.
Hugs for you both. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Coach.
Thank you.
Bye, honey.
See you next week.
Let's see here.
Do I click out?
Hold on.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Jimmy and I never did the promo yet. My tech person didn't realize to download TeamSpeak. He thought, that's like Skype. We couldn't get a hold of him because my tech guy didn't download it till like 9 o'clock last night. He was here since 12.
Okay.
And I paid him. Yeah. So, and I don't know how to do technology very well. But I have an idea for a couple of songs. He wanted me to get a song, and then he thought, "Gosh, that's just a couple of days till the show." I would appreciate to be able to start 1 week later, but we've already announced this.
Yeah, we've already announced it.
I will suit up and show up. I will. But I haven't spoken to him yet, so we haven't done our sound check or his platform, or I don't know how to work Spreaker. I really am a technology idiot.
Well, we take care of the distribution. We take care of distribution, so you don't have to worry about that.
Well, I just need to be able to get onto Spreaker.com and get him that song, and I need to know how to email him an MP3 of the song, and I haven't heard from him. So.
All right, I'll get that information. I'll have him get in touch with you.
I'm always available after 12 noon Pacific Standard Time because I'm a night person. I like to sleep in.
I gotcha.
To be honest.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
You have a great
blessings
night.
And happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Good night, honey.
Good night.
Good
I
night.
wish to thank tonight Dr. MARYEL McKINLEY and IRINA VANWELLS, as well as AIMEE CHIOFALO for her segment Wine Talk. And good night, everybody.
feeling real good. Came a long way from misunderstood. Far away from the days where I wouldn't wanna go home, cause I was afraid of the truth. See, I was scared to admit the feeling was in the back of my head. Cause the point where lie no longer works, so you have to stand up for how you wanna live. Tonight is the night, is the night that we're losing control. Tonight is the night, is the night we set it on. Everybody go. And I don't know no better, but as far as I came, it felt like forever. Seconds turn to hours, days turn to months, not a year passed by, but don't feel like much. So if I got one chance, motherfucker, I'ma make y'all dance. I'ma have as much fun as I can and figure out the rest when I hatch out a plan. Tonight is the night, is the night that we're losing control. Tonight is the night, is the night we set it on. Everybody go. Impossible.